Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is watch along time in about an hour. First, it is team news reaction. Liverpool's 11 to face Leicester at the King Power Stadium, which I so struggled to remember the name of all week long. It's not the Walkers. It's definitely not Filbert Street. It is the King Power Stadium, I believe. Anyway, not important. Just a little insight into the stupid shit that runs through my brain. The team's out. I'm going to head you over to the board momentarily. But if you want to interact with anything we do and you're here live on YouTube, use the live comments and we'll read through some of your reactions to the 11 and the subs bench as and when we get that chance to do just that. Anyway, without further ado, here is the man with the plan. Not even prepared to talk on the show at all. It's very weird. I'm very full of cheese and crackers. Look, here's Chris with the team.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. Paul's right, it is the team news. If you do want to interact with anything you do, that's what he said, then do that in the comments. I don't know, anything at all. Anything that you do, just interact with us in the comments. It's relevant if it's about the football or not. The team is out. This is the team that faces off against Leicester at the King Power Stadium. Paul is right. It's Alisson Becker in nets. It's Kostas Tsimikas in for the suspended Andrew Robertson. Virgil van Dijk returns alongside Joel Matip. Trent Alexander-Arnold keeps his place at right back. Fabinho's back at the base of the midfield in the six. He's got the captain alongside him, Jordan Henderson, and he's got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'm unsure which side Ox is going to play on, because I always do this. I even did this on the Start 11 show. I was like, I just don't really like Ox on the left-hand side, but Henderson always plays on the right. And I said this, those three are our best three at the moment. They're better than our front three. They're better than the old front three, the new front three. Those are the three players that make Liverpool tick now. It's Trent, it's Henzo, it's Salah. Jota starts up top and Mane on that left-hand side. And I do think that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain will probably play on that left-hand side of the midfield three. Caoimhin Kelleher is on the bench. Owen Beck makes a return on the bench as well. Ibu Konate, Joe Gomez and Nico Williams rounds off the back five on the bench. We've got James Miller, Kurt Jones back, finally back on the substitutes bench, and Naby Keita makes an appearance on the bench again. Roberto Firmino rounds off the 9 substitutes for Liverpool. No Thiago, no Minamino, minor muscle injuries or strains is what Liverpool have said for both of those players. Minor muscle?
Soreness.
Soreness. Okay, fine. Minamino and Thiago miss out. That's absolutely fine. This is a side that's built to beat Leicester. I'm happy with this. This is getting back to Liverpool's first choice 11, isn't it? You know, for me, we're 2 players away, one who's suspended, obviously, and one midfielder. Then that is our best 11, apart from those 2 players for me. So I'm really excited to see this. I'm glad that Owen Beck gets an opportunity. I was surprised because I just thought with James Milner being available that he'd be the left back on the bench, but Owen Beck makes it as well. Still no word on Origi, no idea what's happened to him. He's just not getting asked about in press conferences. People ask about the people who've had COVID, but they don't ask about the one other injury that we've got in Divock Origi. So I've got no idea where he's up to right now. But Paul, that's the 11. We've got Leicester's team as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Castagna and Marty and Didi Thomas, which they're kind of intimating will be a back four, which is possible. Dewsbury Hall, Sumari, Chowdhury, and then Maddison, Iheanacho and Vardy. You know, you'd imagine that to be a 2 up top of Maddison in behind. There's a chance they might do something slightly cleverer, but the really interesting thing, obviously they've got Tielemans on the bench there, so he's probably one of the only ones on that subs bench who could legitimately be counted as a better player than what they've got in the 11.
Fresh off his 2 penalties.
Yeah, and they've got Ademola Lookman obviously to come on a bit, pace and all that kind of stuff later on, and Perez. Vestergaard's on the bench.
Yep,
but
makes sense.
Who is? Well, yeah, but he's a centre half.
Yeah,
and they're choosing to play effectively their 2 DMs, and we've been here, we've seen this before.
Yeah, we didn't have Vestergaard.
No, exactly. Literally, but this is how mad it is. And Liverpool trusted in kid like Vestergaard. I agree. I think he's a bit crap, but he He was okay. He was all right at Southampton. He's just a bit big. He's probably a bit too big for what he needs to do in his life. Like,
just not a Rodgers player.
I know.
It doesn't strike you as a player who tick-a-tacker playing out from the back footballer.
Well, we said
he looks like he's just woken up and he's been thrown in at the deep end every time I've seen him play.
Probably not thrown unless it was by an even bigger man.
He decided that he was going in the big end and the deep end, and no one else was going to stop him.
He's been catapulted into the Leicester squad. A very, very big catapult.
I've been playing a lot of Civilization 6 today, and I've used them all day. So great words.
There you go.
But I think great troop as well.
It's fascinating that like he's there. He's a Premier League experienced centre half, and Rodgers is like that. But we kind of discussed this on the build-up show for this one and said he's very much like Liverpool signing Benteke under Rodgers, about going, I can't figure this out. My style of football has got a clear weakness, so what I'm going to do to solve that weakness is buy someone who's completely ill-fitting but is really big, and maybe that'll help me stop being crap at set pieces or in certain situations or score more headed goals. It's not how it works. I mean,
he's decided that his two DMs are better at centre half than his centre half.
Well, it does bode well. I mean, obviously,
and indeed he was better at centre half. To be fair,
yeah, I know, but it's but he's such a good
header of the ball.
He's just a good DM. You know what I
thought you were talking about Vestergaard.
No, God, indeed.
Indeed, he's just fucking quality. That's the problem, isn't it? Like, I don't know about Samari if he's anywhere near as good. I very much doubt that he is anywhere near as good, because indeed, for me, he's at least top 5 DMs in the Premier League, and there's a lot of good DMs in the Premier League, to be fair.
Yeah, it is a very interesting one. Very interesting one indeed. That
Luke Thomas is getting got at though again, isn't he?
I hope so. I really do. The fullbacks away, obviously, we live for it, don't we? We absolutely live and adore.
Is it just me as well that just despises Dewsbury Hall because of the double-barreled surname Toriness of it all?
I would go down that line, and except Liverpool have got one of Liverpool's best local talent.
He's a Scouser. And no, he's not a Tory. You know what I mean? That's otherwise. Fair game, but he's a Scouser.
Alexander Arnold is it doesn't, you know what I mean? I think
but he's Scouse.
We're on thin ice.
He's Scouse. You know he's not a Tory. It's fine. Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you can imagine that's his house's name. Like, he lives there, literally. It's his family name, like, you know what I mean?
Definitely. It's on his family crest.
Yeah, definitely, he's got a crest.
He's got a family tartan.
But,
yeah, so a lot of love for Civ 6 in the comments. Good on yous.
Fucking great game.
Yeah, fascinating. The midfield stuff's interesting.
The Gathering Storm expansion pack.
Cool.
Really good. Cool. Natural disasters, Paul. Game changer.
The midfield.
Literally.
Really?
Yeah.
Has it got Bowser?
No.
Then it's not as good as SimCity on the SNES.
What's Bowser? Like literally the Nintendo character?
Yeah, Bowser.
No, it doesn't. No. But it's
got
that, isn't
Cleopatra. Does she smash the city up, a giant Cleopatra?
She gets other people to do it.
Oh, right, Sal. Okay, Sal. She's not one of the natural disasters there.
She's a manager.
Okay, cool. Right, Sal. Right, in terms of the midfield, you mentioned it there. Oxlade Chamberlain left of the 3.
Here we go. There's another one.
What? Oxlade Chamberlain. It's he's the one who fits best. I think Keita's been okay. He starts the season reasonably well on that side. But I said it again on the build show. I prefer Keita playing a bit more of a free role for us. He just looks so good on that right hand side coming in against Leicester for that final half an hour. I think Ox in the grand scheme pecking order of things, if you had to pick between the two on merit, he's definitely the one who deserves to be in there. It makes you wonder whether this is just us maybe just being careful with Naby as well, to some extent.
Possibly, Paul. I mean, I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch against Leicester last time.
Ox. Oh, really? Well, Ox was brilliant, like absolutely brilliant all game long. Yeah.
Exactly. And, you know, Naby was superb when he came on, but for me, the 90 minutes did it over the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, just on that, I would have picked Ox over Keita. I think you could be right. They could be taking the time with Naby. There's no need to rush him into the side. Is that we know what quality he's got. The fact that he can come off the bench and do that, like, that's something that I don't think Ox has done really over the course of his Liverpool career. Like, I think he takes 5 games, and what we're seeing now is a consistent run of games, and we're seeing a better Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Naby can just drop in at any point, start the game, third of the way through it, after an injury, 6 months. he's just the same player each and every week.
I think I take that point. I think the Naby, when there's tired legs, he just gets to come on and have fun. Whereas Ox, I don't know if he overthinks dropping into games. He definitely feels like the kind of guy you start. But we're saying all this. This season, and moreover, the season when we won the league, he was that so often that first sub for us. So he's definitely got it, but definitely more in a utility role. But to counter my own point as I say it, he's been brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant. I really thought we'd seen all we were ever going to see out of Oxlade-Chamberlain. I thought this side, we've had many a conversation about this side evolving past them, and it looks like actually it's come full circle this season, and it's a bit like Arthur Christmas trying to get back on the sleigh. It's done a big circle and it's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but he's managed to just jump onto it at the right point and exactly
the game's come back
style
to him.
Of footy. Yeah,
the game has Liverpool. The way we play has come back to him, which is mad because we still dominate the football. It just seems that we transition so quickly from midfield to attack now, different to maybe 2 years ago, that it just suits his game a lot more now. I mean, Klopp's mentioned it as well, hasn't he, in his press conferences, that he's just a better player now than he was. Mm-hmm. He's much more switched on mentally to what that role requires. And maybe I can't see what Klopp's talking about there, but I do see end product from him. Like, I'm not seeing the tactical tweaks that Klopp's talking about, but what I am seeing is heart, desire, him being in the right place consistently and him being able to do things. Maybe getting, if there's one criticism, getting a little overexcited at times. Yeah. Like that, you know what I mean? Just a bit too enthusiastic to play the pass, or, maybe just a poor ball here and there. But on the whole, like the last sort of probably 3 or 4 weeks, he's actually probably been averaging 8, 9 out of 10 every game.
I think he's been brilliant, and he's one of them. He's just always needed that. But there's a few players like that in the squad, and unfortunately, I mean, Gomez is a good example of that. Where if he ever gets 5 games, he'll be back up to speed, and you probably won't get. It'd be tough to get him out of the team. I'm made up for Ox, and the thing is, well, he finally scored as well last week. So that's the kind of thing where I could see him getting a couple now. You could see him now that he's kind of broken his duck. It wouldn't shock me to see him, if he maybe not get one today, but he might get one in the next game, or he might get a handful in the next month or two, and all of a sudden, like that's one of those situations where Thiago and Jordan Henderson are going, oh right, okay, well now we've got to step up again, and it just crafts that wonderful environment, and not to mention Naby Keita, who if he in that half an hour against Leicester played like a £50 million heir apparent, best in the world central midfielder.
Because he came on and dominated. He just looked absolutely superb, didn't he? And the way he comes on and in a position that he doesn't play a lot of either, to be honest. We've seen it a couple of times this season, maybe 2, I remember. Maybe we've seen it slightly more than that, but he just seems to understand it, seems to relish it. He always seems to relish, for me, I don't know whether I just got this impression that he relished playing with Sadio Mane on that left. Maybe just relishes playing with an attacker that he can bounce off, rather than it was just a relationship that he built up with Mane. It was just that he played on the left, so he built that relationship up.
I always think that's a bit overstated, because we feel like it should be, because we know the mates. Like, it's like, you just go, oh yeah, they've got a great relationship. I think he's got a better relationship with Salah. I've seen, he links up amazingly with Salah, but to your point, it's a bit like when that summer, was it like 2007, when we signed a few good lads, and all of a sudden Gerrard's got good lads to kick the ball to, and you can almost see him going, oh, I kick it to you and you don't lose it, and I get it back, oh, Bray's got to have a shot here, like Keita just He's a very good footballer who plays even better when he's got other good footballers, and moreover when there's a great environment. I love his attitude against Leicester as much as anything else. He was chasing it down, he was grabbing the ball, he was getting in the way. I think he was trying to get play move and get it started, trying to take throw-ins and all that kind of stuff. It looked like it had all somehow clicked for him. I mean, we'll see, but but it definitely bodes well. I mean, and mentioned there, Thiago misses out through, and Minamino misses out through muscle soreness. Which the obvious joke, of course, is that'll be a month, because they're very good at downplaying that stuff. Okay, John Francis with the super chat here says, I am the Everton Football Club of Civ 6 in that I play every weekend and I never win. Happy holidays, boys. I'll never walk alone. Thank you so much. But yeah, I look forward to this game very much. I hope you do too. We've got tons of stuff to talk about, of course, in that team and around it as well. So do check back for the watch along. We'll be playing some songs. We'll be having a good chat.
I think there was another couple of super chats in WhatsApp as well.
Oh, go ahead.
I think we missed them.
I did indeed miss them. I will get them up right now. Gareth Baird, prediction before the team comes out, 8-2 win Liverpool.
Oh, go on, Gareth.
Says as well, like the stream, everyone, 3k likes for a Liverpool win on the next stream. I mean, you can like this one, do 1,000 on this one, and then we want 3k on the next one. And Jamie Mack, who's been a wonder kid for 8 months, says, yes, lads, 4-0 tonight. That was my prediction. What did you do a
prediction? I'll go 4-1. Fucking Maddison.
Yeah. What to go one up?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy that.
And have him
I'll enjoy that.
Again.
It was annoying because we lost the clean sheet in my head.
Yeah.
Like, we were 4-0 up and everyone was really angry because Maddison scored at the end. But we're going 1-0 down. Maddison's going to score and we're going to win 4-1.
And he's getting hooked on 60
Love
minutes.
that!
Josie
In
Perez.
your face, Maddison.
Yeah, score predictions in the comments. I just, to the point, I can't. I know. I'll do it on the next show. It's fine. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself just yet. But yeah, the game's on Amazon apparently. So join us when we watch that game a little bit later on. We'll be back on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel already, do so. If you want more content to keep you entertained in the meantime, then head over to Redmen Plus. Our 2-part special, the 50 greatest Liverpool players of the Premier League era, went live on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and the reaction show to it on Boxing Day as well. So hours of entertainment to keep you going, whether there are Liverpool games or not. Yes, thank you so much. We'll be back just before kickoff, 15 minutes till 4 kickoff. Other than that, we'll see you soon. Ta-ra. There you go. Thank you so much for watching our free content here on YouTube. If you want to support what we do and also get an amazing wealth of additional Liverpool content, join Redmen Plus. If you join as a club legend here on there, you can get your name right there in that list. Anyway, up to you, but we hope you enjoy it on the redmentv.com.